All right, so I have some stories I wanted to get through. One is this. So we here at the Homeowner Show, we actually broke the story months ago about squatters. And we've run several stories about squatters, and now the mainstream media is just now starting to report on this kind of stuff because it's starting to affect people in really negative ways. We have this story from the New York Post on March 19th, and the headline is, "Fed Up Homeowner Arrested After Tense Standoff with Squatters Stealing $1 million House She Inherited from Her Parents." So let me break down the story as to essentially what happened. This woman, see, her name is Adele Andalaro, inherited a home in New York from her parents. She does not live there, does not want to live there, and so she decided to sell the home and just get out from underneath that house. So when she went to check out the property that she had inherited, she was not informed. She realized that the locks had been changed and had not been given permission to do so. Upon further investigation, found out that the reason the locks had been changed is because squatters had moved in. And I think there were actually 3 different sets of squatters living in this house, and they had gone and changed the locks. So she confronts them, tells them that they need to leave, calls the police. The police tell the squatters that they need to leave. She gets frustrated and goes and just tries to change the locks on her own and gets arrested for this. This is just the craziest thing I continue to realize about how the real estate laws do not favor real estate owners. And it's becoming a real problem when people get, "Oh, I don't care." He's in the back corner over there. He's got the tree display. It's the same people. Yeah, guy in like the blue kind of checkered shirt with a beard. Sorry about that, y'all. Kevin was looking for some directions. Yeah, no, the laws just don't favor real estate owners anymore. And we keep hearing these stories. We told you guys about the one where the guy got shot at when he was trying to take back his own property. He had squatters living in there. We told you about the veteran who came back home from active duty only to find that squatters had moved into her house and she couldn't get them to leave. And now we have this one. And it's just becoming apparent that like property rights are not a thing. And I get that we have laws in place to help protect renters, and we need some protection for renters. But when it comes to when you have obvious situations where people have moved into property that they have no agreement with, they have no lease, they have no contract, they haven't paid rent, and clearly someone else owns the property and they're trespassing. Like there needs to be a way for owners to swiftly move these people out of their property. And I've talked about this several times before. I mean, but like, because we have the motto in the United States is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which is great. But the original statement is life, liberty, and property. Property rights are huge. And I think here in the U.S. we've forgotten some of that how important it is for everyone to equally be able to own property and to have the rights to those properties despite invaders. And you have situations now where when you have a problem like the situation in New York where the homeowner comes in, decides to sell the property, realizes that there's squatters living there, and they can't do anything about it. So who do they call? They call the police. Well, now that when they call the police are arresting them and not the people who have trespassed. And what this is going to create a culture of vigilantism. And I think that's the right way to say that. You're going to create a culture where vigilantes are going to be taking the law into their own hands and creating even more dangerous situations because they're sick of it. They're sick of their rights not being respected. And we're already starting to see this. There was another story, I don't have the link to it right now, where like vigilante justice was actually enacted on squatters. And people were injured and people were harmed, and the they shouldn't be doing that, and they should suffer the consequences of that. But there also needs to be a way for property owners to remove squatters.
Dude, if I can't remove, if someone comes in, and I own a rent house, and someone comes in and squats on it, the problem is if the law doesn't allow me, I'm going to get arrested.
Well, that's exactly what happened
I mean?
in the story that I'm talking about.
See,
here.
I wasn't here. I was
you were out doing your thing.
Which, by the way, he may be a few minutes, but
that's fine.
It may be a lot of few minutes. I'm not real sure, but he'll get here if he gets here.
Gets here.
But here's the deal, man. Like, seriously, you just expect me to allow someone else to come live at my house?
Yeah.
That's bull. And I'm not taking it.
Yeah, no,
I'm going in, and you better believe I'm going to have a gun with me, and if I have to repair my property because I've screwed it up because of some moron that has come in there and decided to live in the house that is mine and I didn't give them authorization, we're going to have a problem.
Yeah. No, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, man, is like it's going to turn into a vigilante system because the cops, I mean, and it's not the police's fault.
No.
Because they are upholding the laws that are on the books.
Yep.
And those laws need to change because people have realized that they can take advantage of a situation and live somewhere for free.
Yep.
And people, not only that, it's gonna cause a massive decline in real estate investing too, because because investors are going to realize, like, this is not a safe situation for me to be putting my money into anymore. Because all that anybody has to do is just find an open window, crawl in, claim squatter status, and then the police will haul the property owner away whenever you confront them about getting out.
It is the law that is on the books is not even bad. The problem with it is it's incomplete.
Yes.
There may need to be an addendum.
Yeah, there you go.
Or an amendment. I like that word, addendum. To the law to say, look, we're now going to include residential homes in this, because it was not intended originally for that. It was intended for a lot of different homeless people and different things like that, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong about this?
No.
Okay, so that's where we're at.